And with us live over the phone is Mrs. Kariman Al-Habbal. She's a tourism expert. Good evening.
Good evening.
How are you doing?
Fine, thank you.
Let's first talk about the boundaries of historic Cairo, please. If you like to shed light over the boundaries of historic Cairo.
So let's say to the importance of historical Cairo as a World Heritage property from, let's say, 1979, its numerous researches and studies took place about the preservation have been done both in academically and practically. The nomination file started that historical Cairo oversees the area from the eastern bank of the Nile, surrounded by all directions about the contemporary neighborhoods. In addition to the site was described as a historical place. So the research presents that there is an urgent need to develop a management plan to protect this area, historical Cairo, which we call it also Islamic Cairo, and preserve the elements of outstanding universal value. So with the aid of World Heritage Center, UNESCO, governmental bodies, and all ministers, have been a very big work took place. The main objective of the research is to study, compare, analyze, and all these various boundaries of historical Cairo, and adopted by the various ministers and studies. All of this to propose boundaries for the property that is agreed upon all ministers. So by this way, we have the establishment of historical Cairo dates back, let's say, from 969 AD. I mean, after let's talk history now. After the Jawhar al-Siqilli that laid the foundation of the walls of Cairo, and was followed by the construction of the Al-Azhar Mosque, for example, during the reign of the Mamluks, and extended to the north and west of these places. So we continue by the period and the rules of the Ottomans till our time.
Right. Also, a number of archaeological sites were inaugurated and renovated and developed, and then inaugurated by His Excellency the Prime Minister. How important are those particular sites that were inaugurated by the Prime Minister, and what is the significance behind renovating them? The impact, of course, is going to be great when visitors come and see how beautiful and charming those sites are. But exactly explain to us about their value and importance to tourism and history.
We are talking about all the sites of in all over Egypt. So now we are focusing on the area of historical Cairo, as you said, which is the famous mosques. Madrasas means schools. Sabis, Kutab means the religious schools. The water fountains and Quranic schools. The imams, bath houses, and wikalas, meaning the trade centers. All of this is one of the oldest medieval cities in the world. So since the 1979, it has been registered on the UN Culture Agency, UNESCO, the World Heritage List, as we were talking about. So in the early 2000s, a project to restore all of these monuments was launched in an attempt to rescue them not only for their historical and archaeological value, but also to restore their role in the community through halting deterioration, removing debris, and developing the sites surrounding by the transforming the whole to transform the whole area into an open air museum. Okay? So many Islamic, Coptic, Jewish monuments in the area have been now restored. And in, let's say, 2016, another campaign was launched to restore about 100 monuments in the area and develop the skills of workers in the field of restoration, through direct participation as well as to provide investment opportunities and ancient buildings. Ben Ezra Synagogue that we are talking about, the aqueduct, the Babylon Fortress in Old Cairo, and now we are now reaching the final stages and and ready to be open to officially inauguration to be a plan of this monument in Old Cairo.
Right. On this note, Mrs. Karimen El-Habbal, the tourism expert, would like to thank you, sir, so much talking to Cairo Local Time. And we're going to take a short break and we'll come back to you after the call for Al-Azan. So stay with us.